And how can your feet not be moving to that song? That is, I mean, it's incredible. I'm sitting here, I've heard it thousands of times, and I'm still tapping on the desk. So that's got to be a pretty darn good moving music, I guess, is what we call it. Anyway, welcome everyone. Glad to have you on board today. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and this is VolcanoX live stream. And of course, it's July the 14th today, 15th, and some other places in the world. We're there in the future already. What is twerking? What is twerking? Twerking, I'm sure you've heard of twerking, but ELP, E-L-P, is help without the H, tetra. Hopefully you got that, and that is cool. And yeah, hey, let's get at things right away here. Welcome to our wonderful moderators. Arizona Snowman is still on his way home. He will be here shortly. Welcome to him. And then Piggy is here, of course. Lucas Snow is in the house. I have not yet seen Bob, C&D boy, but I'm sure he will be along somewhere, as well as Joseph Fields official and our other moderators that may hide in the background. So we do thank all of them for being here and doing their thing. So that is excellent and fantastic. Actually, I'm going to get rid of that banner right now. Poof, there we go. And we'll carry right on with first person in today is King Colin. So King Colin gets the cookies. And mind you, his servants could have made him some anyway, but there, he gets some cookies. And there we go. So that is taken care of. So let's get on to things. Anyway, what you're seeing on the screen, of course, is Cumbre Vieja volcano from La Palma in the Canary Islands from last year. That was October 20th of last year that we witnessed this lovely event. And that was pretty awesome. So I like it. I like it. Anyway, welcome to everyone that's in here. Everyone, behave for Piggy. Yep, Piggy carries a big stick, you guys. Careful. She may hurt herself using it, but she carries a big stick. Mars 2028 says, I'm back, Dr. Fox, at least until this time for tonight's SpaceX launch at 8:44 Eastern p.m. Eastern Time. And that will be neat. Hopefully we can catch that. And I was still hoping to catch some of the other ones going by as far as the so-called satellite trains. And last time it went, I fell asleep. It was at about 11:30, and I woke up about 12:30 in my chair going, I guess I missed it. Anyway, that is what it is. You found Lucas Snow. Hey, One Fish is here. Yeah, One Fish, Lucas is here. Definitely. Anyway, welcome to all of you, and I'm going to go through the list real quick and say hi to everyone. I see we got about 33 people in here right now, so welcome to Grandma B and One Fish and D Spur. Welcome. Tetra's here. Sharon Stewart. Yvonne Kunkel is here. Sophie made it back in. Kevin Haynes is here as well. Welcome all of you. Sasha is here. Tetra again. Well, I guess Tetra, I got you already. Henry Nelson is here. John Shepard. Sue Hayes. Sharon Stewart. Did I say Mona Alfano? Welcome, Mona. We got Grandma B already. And King Colin. And going up, Mars 2028, we've got going up some more to see who else may have snuck in here. John Shepard, welcome. Glad to have you on board. Did I mention One Fish? I think I did. Anyway, he should be 3 fishes by now. Anyway, Scott Hartman also in the channel. Welcome, Scott. Going up a little bit more, looking for other names. Daryl R., welcome back. Glad to have you here. And going up a little bit more, seeing who else I may have missed already. We got Mona, we got John, going up. Sharon Stewart saying, I can hear you via the magic mic. The magic mic. Okay. I guess it'll be magic today. We got Spooky Avocado. That's good. And I'm going up a little bit more here, trying to find other wonderful names. And if I can't find any, I'll just make some up, I guess. No, I won't. That'll be too darn confusing unless I write them down and then remember them for later on. All right, going up the list. And boy, you guys sure are a chatty bunch. But that is really nice. I don't mind everybody chit-chatting. I see Emma Trend is here. Welcome. Glad to have you on board. And who else snuck in? Going up the list a little bit more here. A lot of repeats in the names. And we have OFU Lux from Luxembourg is here. And let's see, who else? I see somebody just gave me a super chat there. I will click on it on the top here. Boomer HIO, hey, just wanted to stop by and donate some more Pepsi money. This may be it for a while because I've been diagnosed with cancer. Oh boy. I hope you're all right, Boomer. And hopefully that's a typo there. And hopefully whatever it is that you're diagnosed with is nothing too serious. Okay, all the way to the top, don't see any more other than Tom Dice. And I think we've got everyone else. So good stuff. Welcome, Tom, by the way. So I've I've kind of been lurking a lot and not a whole lot. I've had a lot going on in the last weeks, but it's well, I'm just trying to see. It's just in prayers. Okay. Well, I hope you are doing okay, and hopefully things will be all right for you there, Boomer. And that is not good. Just give me your bank detail. Want to donate some Pepsi money to buy, but PayPal won't let me. Oh, I know. It's okay, Yvonne. Yeah. Boomer, I hope things are okay for you there, and hopefully things can be dealt with. And wish you all the best, Boomer. So. Anyway, let's get on with the show. And by the way, thank you very kindly for that wonderful super chat. You didn't need to do that, but I do appreciate it. And thank you kindly. Just writing that down here. Okay, got it written down. All right, so let's carry on. Anyway, yeah, Cumbre Vieja was a wonderful volcano that we were looking at last year. And unfortunately, we haven't really had anything that is in comparison to that type of an eruption anywhere that have been kind of gone through and, kind of dealt with. And hopefully we will get to see something in the near future that is similar because we love lava, just don't want anything bad in the local people around it and that kind of thing, if you know what I'm saying. Anyhow, let's carry on, and first place I will head over to is having actually I gotta kind of mention something here, and I'm not trying to be weird here because I keep seeing Spooky Avocado's name, and something I heard and something that has been tried quite a bit. Apparently the avocado pit, there was something in the avocado pit that actually did fight cancer, and there was a lot of controversy about it, and they tried to hush it up real quick. And I'm wondering if it indeed has something in there that can cure it. So keep that in mind. Avocado pit. So that ground up and stuff like that. Anyway. Okay, getting back to the show here. So, C&D boy, welcome. I'm glad to have you on board there, and all good. Dr. Fox avocado pit, huh? That's interesting. Yeah, actually, if you look it up, there are a few papers on it, and a couple of them, I don't know, they just seem to have disappeared. As far as what they were saying was very, very interesting, and then somehow, some way, there weren't rejections to the papers, but the papers just disappeared. So typically, when someone writes a peer review, those reviews are also listed on that paper, and those all disappeared. So I kind of have to wonder what's going on. But anyway, I am going to leave that be. West Nose kisses for Pepper. We've got some animal stuff going on here. It's a little bit strange. Dr. Vox, two pineapples, still thinks Mauna Loa is going to go off the next few years. So maybe we're doing something like La Palma again. And Mars 2028, you may be onto something there. Mauna Loa is overdue, in my opinion, for looking at some kind of an eruption, and I would think that it could definitely do that. And we do have a couple things. We do have a flow chart that they made up a long time ago of where they figured the lava would flow and stuff. I'll see if I can load that up. I do have it, so we will see what's going on, and we'll go from there. All right, let's pop over to wonderful Sicily. I'm going to use my magic powers and stop this volcano midstream, and we will head over there. Let's have a look and see what it looks like in Sicily. You weren't supposed to see that yet. There, that's what it looks like in Sicily right now, and that is pretty awesome. But because it is nighttime, you obviously can't see anything other than the lights there. And if you look real hard, you can maybe see the outline of Etna in the background with very, very low lighting behind it, depending on the device you're on. I can see it, and you can kind of see the edges and a little star up there. So a little bit of hazy cloud, but you can see some smoke coming off of there too. Yvonne says, all quiet. Yep. And this is actually what it did look like. I did get a little bit of a video capture of today, just to show you how cloudy and miserable it was. And really not able to see a heck of a lot at all, unfortunately. So this is kind of what they had for today. And it would have been a good day to go fishing, I think. So rather than volcano watching, I'm sure that would have worked out just as well. A volcano in there somewhere? Yeah, it's in there somewhere. I know it is. Even the looks like the UFOs are scanning for it and they can't find it or something. I have no idea. You see the beams coming through the clouds every once in a while. Kevin Williams, welcome. Glad to have you on board. Sue Hayes, did I say hi? Okay, there we go. Just trying to keep up with everything. Okay, there we go. Okay, I had a feeling that she would be going too when we're gone. Oh, okay, Yvonne, I get it. You were thinking that I was going to pop while you weren't there. Yeah. Anyway, this is what it looked like there today, as you can see in the time lapse. Very, very cloudy conditions. It did clear up a little later on in the evening. So, did you get a new mouse? No, that's the one thing I forgot to do today. I went and did my Pepsi run and stuff like that, and got my hair cut, had lunch, did a bunch of other work, and forgot to go get the mouse. And so I know what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm gonna go take a run over and get a new mouse, and we'll see what we can do. Actually, I'll look around, see who's got one on sale. They're cheap, so it's not a big deal. Mona Alfano, it looks very heavenly with the sun rays. Yeah, no, Mona, those are UFOs. They're scanning for where the volcano is because they want to beam up samples. I'm kidding. Yeah, it does look nice with the sun rays in there. So, pretty awesome. What are the noises by the mic? That is my fan. You also hear other noises outside, but let me turn this off. I don't know, does that help a little bit with a noise? Because I know there's other noises generated from the other one. Yeah, I got to turn that volume off. I still had the bunny stream volume on there as well, so that may have been what you were hearing. But you probably do hear a fan in the background, and I need to have that on. Otherwise, I'm going to cook in here. It's fairly warm here, so I got a phone call, so I am a little late with this, but just thank you everybody for the well wishes. It's going to be one day at a time, I guess now. And Boomer, all the best, and we really do hope that things work out there. So, yeah, read up on some things. There's a lot of new stuff out there. I'm not sure exactly what's all involved, and I don't want to get into it here. But there's some new things that you might want to try, and some that seem a little bit on the odd side, but they are probably worthwhile. So definitely worthy of that. I heard like a tickling, ticking, kind of like rustling paper. Okay, is that noise still there, is what I'm wondering. 2 seasons at Dr. Fox are cooking and freezing. Yeah, yeah, that's basically it, Yvonne. We have 2 seasons. One is quite long, and it's called winter, and it runs from about September to May, and then we have the other season that's called construction, and it runs from June to about the end of September. So those are the 2 seasons here for Edmonton, and right now we are in the construction season, and trust me, the roads really show it. So no, the noise is gone. Wonderful, Mona, thank you. Pothole season. Yeah, well, we have potholes, but you know, some of them you need maps to navigate through, but it's okay. We'll be all right. Kate, welcome. I'll stick with Florida, heat rather than snow and cold. And you know, Kate, that is good. Probably better. Construction season, that means traffic jams. Yeah, and you know, they don't even butter your bread for you when they just give you the bread and the jam, and you're on your own. And being a German, we all put butter on our bread before we put jam on. Simple as that. And over here in Canada, they put just the jam on the bread, and that's it. And I'm kind of like, huh? No, you don't do that. You put butter on first. Anyway, all right, enough of me griping. Anyway, okay, let's carry on with what we're seeing. I'm going to turn that back off. This is what Mount Etna is looking like right now at this very moment. It is 1:15 a.m. there in Sicily, so that is what we've got. And unfortunately, I was hoping to have the Stromboli cam working as well, and that thing has been offline more than it has been online. So unfortunately, we don't get to peek over at Stromboli. And on that friendly note, let's pop over to Iceland, and we're going to see what Ragnar is doing and or not doing, and we'll go from there. And there we go. We see smoke. We see billows of heat in the air here. That is pretty interesting. Actually looks like more billows of heat than we had before. But hey, you know, who am I? I'm not a volcanologist. I wouldn't know what's going on down inside the plumbing. Of course, this is in a fumarole state. Not funeral, but fumarole state. And we are seeing it do some off-gassing. And lots of heat still underneath there. So, and yes, there is probably molten lava still down at the bottom floor of the valley. I guarantee you there will still be white hot or very close to it molten lava sitting there. As we all know that lava makes a great insulator. So that is pretty awesome. And let's take a look a little bit back in time. It was actually a fairly nice day there. So if we go back, let's see, about 5.5 hours or so, again, you can see that it looks like we've got more heat plumes coming out. And that is very interesting to observe. Not sure why the heck it was doing that, but it is. And on occasion we seen the wisps of smoke along the edges as well, and hopefully we'll see some as I'm talking about them. Maybe not. Maybe we'll go back a little bit further and see if we can find them a little bit lighter there. Yeah, you can see a few little wisps coming up right about there. And that's kind of interesting to see. And again, the heat plume quite visible right there. You can see it really wavy air flowing through. Just off-gassing. Remember, the lava is 80 plus meters thick in some places. Yep, exactly, Yvonne. And that's what I figured is it's going to take 4 or 5 years for that to start getting cooler, if not longer. Because as I just mentioned, lava makes a heck of an insulator. So not only are you insulated on the bottom, but you're also insulated on the sides and the top. So it's really cocooned all that molten lava inside there. And like I say, it likely is very molten yet inside. And should somebody crack things open and kind of rip a ditch in there, I bet you we'd see lava flow back down into Not Haggy. But I don't think anybody's going to do that. So that is pretty good. Thank goodness its bottom is insulated. Yep. Oh boy, this is going downhill. Get it? Down? Never mind. We'll get to the root of the matter. Guten Abend, Klaus. The gooey center like just chocolate-covered caramels. Yeah, how? And we know the secret of how they got the lava inside the lava bar. It flowed in there and cooled. So pretty awesome. Anyway, let's leave that be. We'll take a look at the harmonic tremor chart, and this is going to be more of a surprise to me than you guys. I did not look at it very much today at all, if at all, I think. I did a peek at it once, but that was in the wee hours of the morning. Let's look at it and see what we've got now. All right, a mess. We've got a downward trending mess. Lots of little spikes that would indicate we've had a lot of little tremors in the area, but we are on a downward trend, and that is kind of what this is indicating as things are moving back down. So no eruption anytime soon at Ragnar anyway. Sliding down a little bit, we'll have a look at the Grindavik chart and see what we've got there. There it is, Grindavik, and it doesn't have quite as many spikes, but it's got some interesting activity here where it had multiple movements, and I know that may sound a little bad, but multiple movements with these guys here. And of course, again, it too is showing a downward trend, and that is probably very good for the good people of Grindavik. So that's what we're seeing, and I don't know, let's pull this back up to the other chart, and we will hopefully leave it there. There we go. And let's have a look at the earthquakes in Iceland. And I peeked at these a little bit, but I am going to zoom out. We're going to get everything in one shot. There we go. And we can see some spots all over the place. Over here near Grimsvatn, there's something, one little guy on Katla. Seflas over here seems to have another quake, and then we've got one just on the Rikens Ridge out in the water, and of course something right in our neighborhood, and then of course up top here looking at what we've got, a few new ones up there. Looking way up, I don't see anything else on the top side, so let's have a quick peek at some of these. And this is a 1.9, and that happened when happened on the 13th at 1727, 14.3 kilometers down. So I'm not going to worry about that guy, and that is a sizable thing though. 1.9, not bad. Here we got a couple of 1.0s. This one is today 5:21 a.m. 3.1 kilometers down for a magnitude 1. And here's the other magnitude 1, and that is actually a little bit deeper, and that was from yesterday. That was at 22:59, 10.7 kilometers down for that magnitude 1, according to this map. And we will scroll out a little bit. I don't see anything right there. Sliding down to our Astja area. Here's Astja, and we're not seeing anything at Astja on this chart. And Arizona Snowman, welcome. Glad to have you on board. I hope you made it back okay, without incident or anything. That would be good. And let's see, we've got a 1.2 right there, 5.5 kilometers down, 1:57 a.m. for that guy. We have this other 1.2 right beside it, 3.5 kilometers down, 2:10 a.m. or 2:10 p.m. I should say. And hang on, I'm reading it wrong. I didn't see the one. 12:10 p.m. just after lunch. Just imagine your lunch break being interrupted by an earthquake. Darn it. But at least it wasn't very intense. 1.2, not that big. So that is near Grimsvatn, but we're not seeing too much else. Going down here towards Katla, and Katla did have a 1.7 out here, and that is probably in the ice flows. Oh no, that's a little deeper, 6.3 kilometers down, 1.7 in magnitude from 1119, and that's what we're seeing there. So that is definitely below the ice, and that is kind of weird. All right, but you know, you never know what's going to happen there. And of course, this is our wonderful one that created a lot of air traffic problems back in 2010, I believe it was, when it erupted. I'm just not very good with that name yet. I've been practicing. And here we go. This 2.1, there's Sulfos, and then we have this 2.1 right here, 8.7 kilometers down. Happened at 6:17 a.m. And then we have a couple 1.1s up here. This is 3.1 kilometers down for this 1.1 at 3:21. Then we have the other one right beside it, and that was from 5:42 and 2.5 kilometers down. So a little more shallow, but still a fair ways down. That's what we're seeing there. Sliding over a little bit more. Of course, this is the Reykjanes Peninsula, and Reykjavik, capital city right there, capital city of Iceland. And as we zoom in, we see the Keflavik Airport, Keflavik, Reykjanesbær, Jarðvík, and going down here, we see where the Blue Lagoon at the power plant and the town of Grindavik are located. Now, on the way out there, we did see this 1.3, and I am sure there's got to be some more around the area. This chart seems to show everything that is 1 and above. So, oh boy, Yvonne. Yeah. Yodelaki who. Oh, hang on. It's not yodel time. Okay, never mind. I'll work on that one. 4:34 a.m. For this 1.3, 4.3 kilometers down. And thank you for the 3-minute warning, Piggy. And that one, of course, would have affected our sensor over here at Philadelphia. And that is where Ragnar actually sits, right in here. And it is a beautiful volcano. I like it. Okay. Sliding a little bit more over here, looking at Blue Lagoon and Grindavik power plant area. We don't see anything on this chart. We do see a 1.1 out here. This is from 2:02 a.m. From today, 1.1 in magnitude, 5.1 kilometers down. And then there was one more off the coast, I believe. Two of them, sorry. 2.2 right there from 16 minutes after midnight, 7.4 kilometers down, and as I said, 2.2 in magnitude. And then we have the other one here from yesterday at 23:06, 8.2 kilometers down as a 1.4 magnitude. And that is what we've got there. We're not seeing anything else out on the Reykjanes Ridge, and that is probably a good thing. And had my problems as well. Yes, I'm sure, Yvonne. And I think yodeling is easier. Oh, I know. It's just lots of fun. Anyway, a quick peek here at the ones that are actually in Grindavik. We do see this 0.27, 3.4 kilometers down. When was that from? 10 a.m. And this is 9:51 a.m. for a 0.43 and 1.555 kilometers down. And then we also have this 0.11, 3.7 kilometers down from 1:34 a.m. and the other one over here, 0.26, 5.403 kilometers down, and that was from 6:24 a.m. Looking at ours right here, Geldingadarlia area, we don't see anything. So a lot of that mess that we seen may have been from here or there. I'm not sure where they're actually getting it from, but we'll check this one a little bit more later, I think, and see what happens. It is break time for me, you guys, so I am going to take a 5-minute break. This is kind of neat out here. We'll have a look. They didn't show that on the other one. That is Katla area, I think. Where is it? Yeah, that'd be Katla. How come we got so many? And a lot of them above ones. We're going to definitely revisit this after the break. This is fairly new. 2.707. When did that come in? At 12:17. 8.7 kilometers down. I'm surprised we didn't see that. Okay, anyway, I'm going to go take that break, you guys. So, for those good people who have not yet hit that wonderful thumbs up button, please do consider hitting it if you're enjoying the show. I knew that I was going to do it. Yeah, I knew it. Okay, let's put the music on, and so for those good people, if you haven't hit that like button, give it a quick bop now, and also for those good people who have not yet subscribed, do consider giving the subscribe button a quick bop, turn it from red to gray, and don't forget to hit the bell notification. And on that friendly note, I'm going to take a 5-minute break or thereabouts. Please don't go away. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in very warm Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and I'll be back in 5 minutes. Thank you. I've got the microphone back on. Welcome back, everyone. I'm glad to have you guys on board. I see a few more people popped in. Welcome to Leo Carlson. And let's see, who else snuck in here that I seen? And thank you for all the welcome backs from Sue Hayes and Leo and Grandma B and Kevin and Piggy and Yvonne and Mars 2028 and Daryl and holy mackerel, everybody. Sharon Stewart says, I can hear you. Okay, excellent. And Kate is also here. Welcome, Kate. And that is awesome to see everybody. And that is really, really cool. Anyway, I'm going to use my magic power again here and just kind of stop that volcano right where it is. And just imagine if we could just walk up and measure that tephra and feel it as it is just hanging there in the air. That would be pretty cool. Anyway, let's go back over and have a look at the other earthquakes that I was wondering about, and that is on here. Quick peek, and we will just go through some of them. Of course, we looked at our wonderful Ragnar area. We don't see anything new right at it. And we did take a look here at the stuff right around Grindavik and the Blue Lagoon, and it is not overly worrisome, but we do see a lot of this stuff here on Katla, or very close to it. And here's that one that Yvonne tried to get me to say. And they have a 1.4, 3.7 kilometers down. 2114 is when that happened. And that is interesting that we have one there. So if that in fact erupts again, I hope it doesn't. Not for a while. We also see a 1.5 here from 1647, 5.2 kilometers down. That is well below the ice. We do have a 1.9 right here, 5.2 kilometers down as well. Happened at 2248. And again, that wasn't showing on the other one. And then we have this one at 1719, 1.7, 5.2 kilometers down as well. And makes a guy wonder, so what's going on? Why 5.2 kilometers down? Is there something special? That 0.7 isn't, though. It's only 3.6 kilometers down. The 1.6 as well, it's 3.9 kilometers down. From 5:50 a.m. So we do have a few extra quakes there that I wasn't aware of. Irish Monk, I wish to confirm I fed 15 people and I'm very drunk in a nice way, DrFox2000. Well, that is wonderful. And I think hopefully you're doing all right there. Okay, so we had that one out here not too far away from Grimsbotn, and that was from 7:57 a.m., 1.23, but we also had, that's 5.5 kilometers down. We also had a new one here at 1810, 1.2 and 3.5 kilometers down. So a little bit more activity. That is well below the ice. This is Astja. We didn't see anything there earlier, and they have a 0.4 in that area, 5.4 kilometers down from 2221. And again, this is Astja right there, and that could go off fairly spontaneously. It doesn't need a lot of preemptive quakes to really make it happen. It likes to go kaboom all by itself. Anyway, that is kind of it. We did look at these. I'm not going to worry about anything there or trying to instill anything. That it's really just minor quake activity, and I don't think it's going to mean much for a long while yet. If we've seen a lot more of it, I'd be a little bit more concerned, but right now it's okay. Anyway, let's cruise around the world. I will take a look at other places, and Yeah, I should be actually on this picture here. Of course, this is the Azores out in the middle of the Pacific, which is kind of just down the mid-Atlantic ridge from Iceland, and just a thousand and a half kilometers or miles or whatever it is. I didn't actually measure the distance, but it is on pretty much on the same ridge or very close to it. So, of course, the Azores, for those who aren't familiar with this particular picture, we are on the island of São Jorge, and you can see off in the background here some lights on another island. This is a strait that's about 18 kilometers across to Pico Island, and then on the far end here you have Fayal Island. But that is what we've got, and just so you kind of have an idea what it looks like there during the day, this is it. And there you can see it quite clearly where Mount Montana is there. I like Philadelphia. Any other name that it has, I had to what? Another name that I had to learn. Well, Philadelphia is not so bad to say, but to try to say that other one, that Yodelehihu, whatever that other one is. We'll work on it. I'll come up with the proper pronunciation. It will be good. Sao is pronounced Sao. No. The English version of is São Jorge, and they actually told me, the Spanish-speaking people told me Sao. That's kind of the way they say it. No, Yvonne, no, don't do that. Okay, Yvonne is going to do a course of yodeling for us. She's working on practicing right now. Anyway, a little bit of humor there. Okay, I'll leave that alone. We'll get rid of this and have a quick peek at the other pictures there. And of course, this is that little cove, and we can see a lot of white water down there. That's telling us the oceans are fairly rough. It's Portuguese. Of course it's Portuguese, but Spanish, Portuguese, so close. Anyway, here we go. Yeah, disruptive. The moon is shining, and next thing you're going to tell me that we don't call it the moon, it's called Luna, right? Irish? Luna, up there. Okay. So anyway, this is not a reflection of Luna in the water. This is the bright lights of a boat over here. So let's not get that confused. Or Luna the cat. No, yep, we'll stay away from that. Anyway, the interesting thing about out here today is we've had quite a few little quakes out, and that is kind of what threw me for a little bit of a loop. I was looking to see how many, and last we counted was 8, and I think we may have one more. So we'll start off with this 1.6 from 4:22 a.m. and then we have a 1.5, 7:37 in the morning, just about 7:38, and then we have 1.6 from 8:08 a.m., 8:40, 1.8, and then at 10:29 we also have a 1.9. Okay, have to recharge my phone. Thanks for another great show, Dr. Fox, Mods, Lavaliers, and Lava family. Have a great day/night. See you tomorrow. All right, Yvonne. And I bet you're really, really looking forward to that wonderful payment to avoid arguments. Irish. Okay, fine. I'll accept that. Good night, Yvonne, and all the best to you. And of course, Yvonne is going to go on holidays On Saturday, she is going to be heading out to La Palma, and she was thinking about doing volcano research, and I said no, I'm kidding. She's going to have a holiday. She's not even going to look at Cumbre Vieja. I told her to go up and up on top of the hill up to the observatory and go see if they'll give you some viewing up there and look at some stars. So good night to Yvonne, and think about looking at the wonderful stars. Anyway, carrying on, we were at this 1.9 from 10:29 a.m. Then we had in the afternoon a 1.7, 15:58, and we also had a 1.9. And I'm just writing down Irish monk here while we're doing this, since everybody's trying to sidetrack me. Squirrel effect, 2.2 from 2018. And thank you for that wonderful €5 super chat, Irish monk. I do appreciate it, and I won't argue with you about it. Not much anyway. I'm not a linguist when it gets into it. So that 2.2 we had, and then we had another 2.1 at 23:09, and one more, and 1.9 at 23:11. So those are all on St. George, and of course having them all there, all in one day, that looks like a definite increase of what's going on. So definitely kind of weird that we get a couple days with absolutely nothing, and all of a sudden we've got a day where we've got like 10 earthquakes. So is there something happening? Is it going to reactivate? We don't know. And of course the other site is no longer working, from volcanodiscovery.com. It is really, it's stuck on July 11th, so 3 days ago. Not sure why, but that is kind of what we are seeing there. Hopefully we'll see something new and better in the future from those guys. But I'm going to leave it there. We're going to move on to our next volcano. And of course, we all know which one that is. That is Popocatépetl. And it is very much so in the clouds again. But if we back up, we can back up all the way to about 11 and a half hours. And this is very early in the morning for this guy, 7:12 a.m. You can see how far down the frost line is, and definitely some fresh snow up here on Popocatépetl. It is off-gassing, continuing to do that very, very well. We did get a little bit further in here. I think it did turn kind of goldish right around here. There we go. So isn't that a nice pretty picture? And yeah, that's what you would think a beautiful volcano should look like, and that is definitely nice. So I like it, but it kept on doing that, and then later on, this is about 10 and a quarter hours back, it stayed clear for quite some time. 7.5 hours back, we can start seeing that snow line moving up the hill, and that is kind of what we got there. And then about here, 7 hours ago, the clouds started moving in. We don't see anything after that. Once we get to about here, 5.5 hours ago, nope, nothing. And let's turn that back to current time, looking at the other views, very similar in nature, and beautiful views from this morning. And it really does look like a wonderful looking volcano from this angle, and I like it. and that snow, hopefully it'll melt. That looks cold. Fire and ice, and that's what it's all about, you guys. This guy here, of course, same thing, different view, and here we go. That is from this other angle, and again, a very definite snow line. 10:55 a.m. For that. If we go back a little bit more, that snow line will probably move down a little bit into the glowy areas. There you can see it's actually down a little bit more, and not bad at all. I like the fact that it is throwing off its material in the other direction, but you know, that looks pretty flat. I bet you we could get a sled and toboggan down here and gain some real good speed. That is a nice smooth runway. What do you think? A 5-minute warning. Thank you, Piggy. And cool. All right, putting that back to real time. That is what it looks like. We'll have to do our sledding in the fog, or in the clouds. This, of course, is Fuego de Colima, or if you want to call it El Volcán de Colima, and very hidden as well. Here you can see it a little bit better earlier this morning at 9:15 a.m. But we haven't seen anything coming out of the crater at all. And well, part of the problem is you can't see it half the time from this angle, as you see right there. And the further we go, the worse it got for a while. And then as we are getting into the evening, we are starting to see it a little bit. And it's very difficult to tell if that's actually coming from the volcano there. There's a little bit of material coming right out of that cone. So who knows if that's just a residual cloud or whatever it is, but definitely there. Moving on to another Fuego, and this one, of course, is a Fuego Fuego in Guatemala, slightly further down, and I think it was in the soup all day as well. I didn't ever see it today at all, so I was hoping it would show up. It did not. Moving along here, still no picture from Tolica, so we'll leave that alone. But we do have a reasonably good picture from our wonderful Momotombo, and that is in Nicaragua. And unfortunately, it does have a fluffy lenticular cloud up top there, big heat ring of a cloud. And that is what we're seeing going on there. Nice looking volcano otherwise, and you can definitely make out where the lava has come down in the past. Not so much in the green vegetation, but these flows here definitely show activity in the recent past. All right, moving on to another one, and that is Messiah. And Messiah, also in Nicaragua. Definitely no problem seeing it off-gassing, and of course where the caldera is located, and we like that view. It's nice, and it's interesting. I'm not seeing anything happening though. Let's put it back on to Popocatépetl. We'll move on to Semeru, not Semeru, Merapi. And Merapi is sort of happy. I haven't seen too much coming out of Merapi because of the clouds. But if we go back a little bit, yeah, it depends. It's going to be a real hunt and search type effort here to find anything coming out of it. This was a little bit that I seen from around 3:30 this morning, but not too much else in there. And as we go back, this is why 1:30 real soup, 1:30 their time, and then if we go back 25 minutes after midnight, very, very soupy yet as far as clouds are concerned. And that is kind of what the majority of the nighttime observation was. So not looking all that great, and we'll leave that guy be. Not going to worry about him. While we're here, we'll move over to this is kind of nice, and nice to see a sunshine in this shot. And of course, this is Ruapehu in New Zealand, and it was taken off of the list of active volcanoes and removed because it wasn't doing anything. So I'm going back time-wise here so you can try to see the volcano. It is in there. Maybe we can see it just a little bit better a few minutes back. No, those clouds are being stubborn, and I know it was not so good at 8 this morning. Yep. But that is kind of what we're seeing there now. Hopefully that'll come back. There we go. Yeah, it's hard to see. It's behind the clouds right there. So definitely looking pretty good. It is break time, you guys. So I think we will leave that. Actually, Semaru is not showing. Let me work on that. They actually did have Krakatoa up there earlier. But I'll see if I can kind of manipulate that video and see if we can do that. Yeah, if LOL watch Dr. Fox. Okay. Wi-Fi in Irish. What? Would you want Wi-Fi in Irish? Monk pigsty. All right. Let's go over there. Set this into place. And kick that on. Hopefully we'll kick it on the right place here, and let you guys have more of a peek of Cumbre Vieja volcano in La Palma. And on that friendly note, I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Definitely going to be taking a 5-minute break. For those good people who have not yet hit the like button, if you are enjoying the show, by all means do so. Hit that like, the thumbs up, and make us proud. It's the cheapest and easiest way to help the stream out. Also, for those who have not yet subscribed, please do consider hitting the subscribe button if you feel we've earned it. And on that note, I want to add that we're going to have bacon seeds when I come back from the break. And that'll be good. Play nice to the lava, you guys. And I'll be back. Music. Cue the music. Turn the mic off. Mic off. Mic off. welcome or welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and you're watching VolcanoX live stream. And of course, on screen is Cumbre Vieja volcano in La Palma in the Canary Islands, and that is a wonderful place. I'm glad that volcano is no longer erupting, though. So this is old footage from last year in October. And that is what we were watching during the break and getting our lava fill. Anyway, thank you everyone for the welcome backs from Leo and Piggy and Sue and Kevin and Gura and Mona and Greg Atoll says what it was from lasers. Lasers? All right. Hopefully, we're not going to have any more of those. We don't want lasers. Sasha says volcano memories, and yes, they are definitely good, happy memories for the most part. The only thing I did not like about this particular volcano, of course, is the loss of property and destruction it caused, and inadvertently one loss of life. But otherwise, it was a very interesting time watching it, and very neat, if you will, the way it was doing its thing. I'm trying to get it to jump ahead a little bit here. Boy, that didn't work. Okay, there, we got the stuff off the screen. All right. Anyway, I'm going to use my magic powers, stop it right in its mid flow or stream or whatever you want to call it, and we're going to head over and have a look at bacon seeds. So for all those wonderful people that love the bacon seeds, here we go. Anyway, this was what we were looking at yesterday. So we'll have a look at today's, and here we go. A little cutie, and you know, looking at the size of that hand, and I'm sure that's a lady's hand, so it'll be a little bit more petite. And looking at that little tiny pig, that guy is just a cutie. So very, very small, very petite, and very much so a little toy pig. And let's see if we can get to our next one. And this guy looks like he's got a little bit of an attitude. Mini pocket pigs, as they call them. And yeah, he definitely looks like he's got an attitude. He's looking into the camera going, all right, what do you want me to do? But he is smiling. So that is pretty awesome, you guys. Next bacon seed we've got is this little guy, and he is definitely smiling. He looks like he's having fun. He looks like he's sitting in a burlap bag of some sort, probably feeling really comfortable there. So really cute. And he's a clean looking pig too at that. I like that. It's a burlap pig. Yep, definitely. And let's move on. And again, you know, you gotta love the smile and gotta love those blue eyes on this guy. And that is pretty awesome. I could go in, but what? It's not the place. Lucky. Okay, never mind. Not my conversation. Here's a whole box full of little pigs, and looks like an old crate of some sort, and they've got wee ones in there, 5 of them, and that looks really, really awesome. Gotta love the little piggies, you guys. They are wonderfully cute, and they look like just little ones. Shipping out, yep, a box of piggies heading somewhere, and I think honestly those are too young to be shipping out yet. They probably have to be with a mama for a while. Definitely a little bit too young, so I'd say probably a couple of weeks away before they could do anything. Anyway, let's get to the next one, and that is this guy. Definitely looks ready for shipping, and that is pretty awesome. Speaking of shipping, I've got both BB and Curly were in the yard during the break. I went and looked there, and of course Curly was eating away, and BB was cleaning herself. So doing what she does best. Bunnies are clean and they like to groom. And anyway, this is a wonderful looking piggy, and one more to go here. And this is a beautiful little bacon seed in the clover. So this little guy is really awesome, and I like that. Yeah, little snout going. And definitely a good contrast to it. Yeah, a four-leaf piggy, and yep, there's probably a few clovers in there that it's gonna go for, and we like that. So there you go. There's your bacon seeds for today, you guys, and those were absolutely gorgeous and awesome, and we will keep going and see what else we've got. So we were going to take a look, and I did try to see if I can back that up, and I am actually going to back that up a little bit if it will allow me to. And let's see if that'll work. Unless they've not recorded the video, then I can't do it. Yeah, okay, so we can take a look, and this is what we were seeing around 20 minutes after midnight. And Semaru, Luolotok has got a little bit of fire coming out the top. First time we actually seen that. That's pretty cool. And we don't see Semaru, it's in the clouds. And Ewu is Ewu, is that you? Ewu is not doing too much in that particular view or shot. And then when we're looking over here at Krakatoa, Krakatoa is definitely continuing to off gas and do its thing. So on occasion it picks up, and you can see the activity did pick up quite a bit, and I'm hoping we can show a little bit more of that if we go ahead a little ways here. There we go. You can see that graph going up and down a little bit, then it goes and peaks back up, and of course it is continuing to off gas. And if we move ahead a little bit further, and there we go, we can see that it started going up even higher, and we probably have something coming out of it. This is at 2:06 a.m. Their time. If we move up another hour or so, we do see that chart starting to drop again. So it did peak, but we're not seeing too much else. No increase in activity there from what we've seen so far. Moving on a little bit more, that's when they killed the they killed the stream. So yeah, we don't see anything after the second decline there. It kind of went down, but that is just about 4 a.m. Looking over at Luolotok, you can still see fire coming out the top, so it definitely was erupting, and we kind of like that. Let's see, this is the other stream, of course. This is Semaru. You've seen what it looked like there, and it doesn't surprise me that it is buffering. They probably turned it off, and no, it is still live. 5:28 a.m. and you can't see anything though, so I'm not going to worry about it. Let's move on. No, that's lights down there, and it's not fire. That's the first thing I thought. Hey, something burning. And no, I seen the light bulb there, and there's some more lights back behind there, and this is actually the scene where that crosses that little river where they don't have a bridge and people are dipping down. Actually, if you go back a little ways here, you can see what it looks like there. Come on, show us. There. Okay, so those lights were parked vehicles that were over on this side, and they come down here and then they drive up, and they'll stop over here for a little bit. They actually had people here controlling traffic, which is kind of neat, one on each side. I thought that was kind of neat, but you can't see a heck of a lot in the background there either. Anyway, let's put that back to live. I'll leave that guy alone. We'll move on and up a little bit since that is in Indonesia. We're going to go up to Japan. And right now, unfortunately, I don't see any ice cream boats there at all. Nothing there, but there is something either coming or going. We may have an ice cream boat soon. And let me get on the right page so I can look at that. Where did it go? There it is. Okay. Whoop. Got it. Right. Yeah, I can't tell if that's coming towards us or leaving from the harbor, but not going to worry about that. Let's have a quick peek over at the volcano itself. The top is completely being subdued by those water vapor things that are hanging up there, and you know, it's always funny. You think water vapor and the weight of water, how could it go airborne? You know, as soon as it is evaporated, it turns into very small particulates, and I'm surprised it doesn't fall down right off the bat. That we have clouds. So yeah, peekaboo clouds, and that's exactly what they are. Going back in time, it really was about the same all the way through. The morning, and even that's 9.5 hours ago right there, or 9 hours ago. This is about 11 hours ago. There we go. And you can't see a darn thing, so that's unfortunate, but nothing we can do about it. No real sense in looking at the crater view. We are not going to see it. Too many clouds in there, you guys. But the ice cream boat, I can't tell. I think that guy's leaving. We'll have to check back and see when the ice cream boat is available for us. All right, going over to the next one, and that is also in the clouds, and it's raining there. And oh, hang on, we might have a partial visibility, and we do. And there is Mount Fuji hiding behind a band of water vapor, amongst other things, but primarily a water vapor. And that is what clouds are made of. Anyway, as we continue on, we see that the clouds rolled on in almost in a fog-like format, a little bit eerie looking, and that's kind of what we've got there right now in Japan. So, and yes, it is raining there, so pretty cool. And I'm betting, yeah, I thought we weren't going to see anything, but we can see a little bit of the steam coming off of Aso-san, and it is raining there. So that top of the cone there is getting filled up with some water, and because the floor is still quite hot in there, it's heating up and evaporating. If we go back a few hours, it looked a little different earlier. That's kind of what we were seeing. And then prior to that, it was into the soup. So I'm not even going to worry about that. I'll leave that on live. And so ASO, we know it is continuing to throw out a little bit of that steam, and hopefully it'll get rid of all the steam in there and start showing some explosive reactions again. That would be neat. One more in Japan, and of course this is Suwanoshijima. Suwanoshijima being down on an island, they finally got a camera with a little bit better close-up view of what it looks like there at the primary event area, but we haven't seen it off-gassing or throwing out any material. I did scan through the timeline all the way through, hoping to see some lava during the night, and I did get to one point in time. I thought, oh yay, maybe there's something there, and that was right around here. But then I realized that's not from the volcano, that's behind the volcano, and that's kind of what we've seen. So a little bit of a disappointment, but hey, it is what it is. We can only observe and view what Mother Nature will allow us to see. So putting it back to a live shot, that's again a Suwanoshijima on an island down in the southern portions of Japan. And let's put it back on the other one. And yeah, that boat definitely left. We're going to have to come back for ice cream in probably a half an hour or something and see. So we'll make sure we'll take a peek back. All right, next on the wonderful list is this guy. And we all know which one that is. And that is a Taal volcano. And Taal is probably one of the shortest volcanoes that we have. I think actually even Ragnar is taller than Taal from the ground up. And I don't know if that's right or not, but that's what it kind of looks like. We do see it. It has some plumes there, and I was watching earlier here, like when I first turned this on, and again I was kind of wondering what the heck we've got going on, because this is what it looked like at first, and to me that definitely is telling me that it is coming from the volcano. This is not clouds made by anything else other than the volcano, so we do have some steaming going off. That is about 2 hours and 16 minutes ago, and that is what we've had. And if we kind of move ahead there a little bit, bit by bit, you can see the different stages of evaporation of that steam. And yes, it is steam. If it was cloud or soot or any of the other type materials, it would not be evaporating as much as what we've seen here. So pretty cool, pretty awesome, and new stuff being generated all the time. And that is kind of funky. Let's see, move on. There we go. And you see the other clouds moving in, of course. The one thing about Taal Lake, it is a warmer lake, and because of the warmer temperature, you're going to have fog every morning. So that is kind of what we see there. Let's put that back onto live, and that is what it is right now. Looking not so bad. And of course, Taal volcano is located in the Philippines, and hopefully that is okay for you. And let's move on and take a look at Yellowstone. And there is Yellowstone National Park. And of course you see some of the vents in various places. If you measure it from the bottom of the lake, yeah, I'm just going from the surface of the lake though. I know they say Taal used to be somewhere over 3,000 feet tall, and then with one of the eruptions, it was reduced to, I think, 1,085 feet, and regrew a little bit, but not much. So 300 and 87 meters or something like that, if I recall correctly. But yeah, tall. I understand. It's from the bottom of the caldera that it sits in. It's actually taller. Yes, I do get that. I'm talking about though of the visible portion above water, and that is pretty cool. Okay, the convention is above us, above sea level. So that is what we kind of were looking at. Anyway, we do see that they are moving things around. Lots of people, and I call that Sasquatch food. I'm kidding. Those Sasquatch don't eat humans. They eat the humans' picnic baskets, though, or contents thereof. Cook taller? Cook taller. Is that like hawk taller? You cook taller with hawk taller as a good side? No? Alright, bad punny. I'm not sure what's going on over there. Looks like a lot of people. And hopefully nobody got run over by a buffalo or anything like that. And everybody is okay. Looks like they're sitting down there. I don't know. Maybe there is something going on. Maybe it was a Sasquatch attack. Hopefully they're okay. These others are running away. Okay, they're running. There must be something going. Sam Squatches. No, they're not having Sam Squatches. Okay, unless this is just a kind of a ploy, and those are actually all Sasquatches dressed in human clothing. That could be what we've seen. I'm melting Arizona snowman. Yeah, Irish monk. You haven't felt heat till you've been down there in Arizona. And that is pretty awesome. I don't even know what the temperature is there right now. What's your temperature at there? Oh, there it is. 110 Fahrenheit, 43 degrees Celsius. It's warm today, yeah. But hey, Arizona snowman, it's a dry heat. All right, never mind. Bad joke. Okay, that is what we're seeing. I see it is break time again for me, and so I am going to throw you back to the wonderful volcano at Cumbre Vieja, and we will see if we can get that fire started. And of course, that music kicked in. I turned that off. Darn it. I tried. Okay, anyway, for those good people who have not yet hit that like button, please do consider hitting it if you're enjoying the show. And also, if you're new and you have not yet subscribed, do consider subscribing if you feel we've earned it. And on that note, enjoy watching Cumbre Vieja volcano from last year. And that was from October 20th of last year. And that is what it looked like, and that was a pretty awesome time. So lava history, and yeah, we'll move on a little bit beyond there. Oh, that's Iceland. Hey, what happened there? Some guy standing there. Okay, there we go. Oh, more Icelandic things. We'll get on there. There we go. All right, I will leave it right there for you. And I am going to take that 5-minute break. Please don't go away, and keep smiling. Play nice on the lava, and I will be back in a few minutes, you guys. That's the wrong song. Come on. The computer is not loving me. It's those gremlins again. I'm sure they're around here somewhere. When I find them, I will let them know. Anyway, you guys, I'll be back in a few minutes. Don't go away. we go. I've got the microphone back on. Welcome back, everyone. I'm glad to have you on board. And of course, I'm your host, DrFox2000, and this is the VolcanoX live stream. And you have Cumbre Vieja volcano from last October on the screen. So pretty cool. And that is what we are watching. Thank you, Grandma B and Gura and Sue and Kevin. And let's see, Sue says, I can hear you. And Oink Doctor from Arizona Snowman, I just dance like hippies. All right, well, I was feeling like a hippie earlier, and I went and got a haircut, so... actually, I got them all cut, or the ones on my head anyway, most of them, and it feels a little cooler, but not as good as it could. Anyhow, we did have a look at all kinds of stuff before, but we have not gone over to Hawaii yet. Let us do that now, so... we will magically stop the lava flow from going down the hill and change the screen a little bit there. And we popped over to Hawaii looking at yesterday's photo from 1906 in the evening there. That is what we were seeing. That's 7:06 p.m. I believe. 18 is 6, yeah, 7:06 p.m. Hawaii time, and it looked kind of like it was pretty much full. We can see a little bit of an edge here, but it is very, very close to being filled right up. Still looks pretty solid in between the toe opening here and the main lava pool. So refresh time, we'll see what the crater looks like now. There it is. And boy, things are changing, and that is a little less lava in there now. So the level has gone down. Looking over here on the right hand side, you can see the lava tube has got some holes in it and is venting a little bit right there. And this is where the lava comes in and flows in that general direction, or here, depending on whatever the easier path is at the time. And of course, then it starts developing a crust over top of it, making it not look so lavely. Pardon me. And this is a little odd in here, that it has reshaped itself as much as it has. It looks like this was that point there, and the breakout point definitely has been filled in. There's got to be a lava tube going underneath here and into the actual toe area. Also, seeing these cracks are still quite pronounced, and it looks like it's got a little bit of a slope going down here, like it's almost sagging or something. So that is a possibility. Don't know, I'm not there to measure it and see exactly how much it's dropped, but that's kind of what it looks like, and really kind of neat looking when you can see it in the clear sky. Pretty awesome. Next picture, of course, from last night as well, and we can see the lava pond, the toe area, this right underneath here. What? For head wax? Holy mackerel. Irish monk, that is very kind of you for head wax. Wow. I've never used it. Are you speaking from experience, by the way? Or, thank you kindly for that €5 super chat. That is awesome. And I'm kidding about the experience. I'm sure a man like you still got a full head of hair after all these years. Anyway, we do see that area right there. You can see a couple little spots in there. That's where your primary vent is located, and that is over here, that little spot is kind of part of that hornito where that lava tube is feeding into the pond. So very, very cool. And yeah, I'm trying to figure out head wax. Wow. Let's refresh this picture. There it is during the wonderful daylight hours, and we can see a little bit better, but actually it's hard to see still. We do know primary vent is here. That hornito is smoking from right here. There's that little smoke coming out of that tube vent, if you will, and of course our pond and the toe area. Still quite noticeable here. You can see the ring around the entire area. This solid piece in the top here has uplifted, and it is definitely lower in around the edges. So that is kind of what we're seeing. And there's Pig Island. It uplifted too. So that'll go up and down. This whole thing is floating a little bit, and we really do think it's going to fill right up one of these days. One thing I do notice though is, you know, if we look back on some of the older shots, it is definitely starting to get fuller, and I'm not seeing enough white left there. We do see this stuff here. Some of that is smoke. Some of it is just old whitish material, but we should measure that. I'm actually going to start maybe taking some of these shots and just take the photo and then do a comparison and see how much it's changed over the course of a week or something like that, if I can. Anyhow, let's go to the other view. Still the same one. They haven't fixed that camera, I don't think. Nope, still the same one from on the 11th. So that has not been fixed. There is our wonderful thermal cam from last night, and it doesn't look so great. Hopefully they've adjusted it. And yes, they did. That is much better. And we see right there is our primary vent. There's the little hornito where the divider is, and the flow that goes into the lava pond. And of course, you can see the toe area back there. And again, looking around, you can see the darker area up top here, and then lighter areas around the edges. Lighter areas, of course, indicating hotter lava, fresher lava underneath there, with not as thick of a crust on it as what this central portion has. So that's kind of what we're seeing for there. Let's not worry about it for now. That is it for Hawaii, other than let's take a look at some earthquakes and see what we've got. I'll close that for a second, and of course zooming into the Hawaiian Islands. There we go. Zoom, 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 and there we go. We can see what's going on. Let's pick the red one first. And that is a 2.1 that happened at 1800 today, Hawaii time. So neat, but not anything big or special. And let's have a look at the rest of them. Looking at this guy, 2.0 from 2:26 a.m. This guy, 1.9 from yesterday at 23:21. This guy, 2.1 from 6:19 a.m. This guy, 2.0 from 2:47 a.m. Next guy is 2.0 from 8:08, and then a little bit bigger, 2.3 from yesterday at 19:29. That is in this group, and then we will check these other guys out here. 1.9 from 13:55. This guy here, 2.4 from 11:20 a.m. This guy is from yesterday at 21:40. and there we go, 2.2 from 5:50 a.m. We've got a 1.8 here from 1546, and then we click on this guy, 1.8 from 1536. And again, I didn't mention any depths because they are all from about 29 kilometers to about 36 kilometers down, and that is kind of what we've got there. I did see these out here. I'm going to take a quick peek. This is a little bit deeper, 42.7 kilometers from yesterday. 22:41 was the time on that 2.2. And then we have this guy from today at 16:33, and it says 900 meters above sea level. So that is pretty much almost a surface quake at that point. And that is a pretty interesting 2.9. It's probably lava pressure, something settling there or contracting. Not going to worry about that. I'm going to zoom back out a little bit. I don't see anything else over here on Mauna Loa, and I don't see anything over here on Mauna Kea. Since we did bring this up, I am going to actually try to bring up an image real quick for you guys and see if I can find it. And I know I have it here somewhere. It's just a matter of where. Should start with H if it was from Hawaii, shouldn't it? Oh, I lost my page. Where? H. No, I got hay bales. That's not it. How about Mauna Loa? Would it start with an M? Not in this folder then, maybe. Let us check extras. Or new folder. I have so many that I've put in here, so it's hard to say where I've got them. Let's see, just extra stuff. If I can't find it real quick, I'll give up on it, and I will try to do that for tomorrow's show, and to give you a general idea where that lava would be flowing. I know I have it here somewhere, and it is important that we do see what the potential flow patterns are to Mauna Loa and also Kilauea. I think most of it though is concentrated and written up for Mauna Loa. Hawaii lava lamp at 30K. Hey, cool. That is awesome. All right. We see what we've got there. I think we can leave Hawaii alone for now. I will look for that for tomorrow, and we'll see what we can do. Looking at the rest of the planet, we'll have a quick peek. We don't see any major red spots showing up anywhere. One thing I do want to bring to mind here is Easter Island area. We are still getting quakes out there, 4.9, 10 kilometers down. Again, they put an arbitrary number of 10 kilometers when they don't know the actual depth. So that is what's happening there. Going up here, Ecuador region, 5.7, a little bit of a shake for them. And that was 73 kilometers down. Happened at 16:30 today. This other guy, Venezuela, 5.4, happened, it's at 13:16, and that is 108.5 kilometers down. So a little bit of activity in South America. We also do see some activity here on the Kermadec Ridge, right there, and that is 5.2. And then close to Tonga, we have this guy here, a 4.7. I didn't look at the time on this guy. It was from yesterday at 2014, and again 10 kilometers down. This guy was from today though at 5:17 a.m. And again arbitrary number of 10 kilometers down for that 4.7. This guy over here in Vanuatu area, there's actually a couple stacked up there. 5.1, and that happened today at 1717, 24 kilometers down, and he had a friend right underneath there, 5.8 at also 21.8 kilometers down at 11:50 a.m. So definitely two separate quakes, and fairly decent sizes there. Looking in this region in Indonesia, 4.9, 77.6 kilometers down from yesterday at 20:58, and then we have a couple here that are not too far away from Ibu and Dukono, and this one is 5.0. It is 33.6 kilometers down, 6:08 a.m. And then we have the other one, 4.6, 7:55 a.m., 44.9 kilometers down. Not seeing anything up in the other portions of the area here, so nothing new in the bottom end of Indonesia or up here in the Philippines. Looking at the Kamchatka area, someone was saying Kamchatka was popping off again. Shivalish apparently did a little bit, but I don't have any photos or any video or anything like that. But Shivalish did a little bit more activity. Looking real quick, we don't see anything else that is of concern on there. So we already looked at the Azores. Let's take a look at La Palma and the Canary Islands. We'll see how that fares today and see what kind of earthquakes we've got. We do know about that swarm that we have over here on Tenerife, on what is it, Tade, but that's that swarm. It's up here, and I don't know if they had too many in that swarm today. I'm just trying to see where they're lighting up. Yeah, there's a few in there, so definitely some more activity happening up on the hill. Actually, most of those are from yesterday, so they only had one up there, and the other two are actually in the water. So that is kind of interesting. The rest is older stuff. Maybe it's a one-time thing. And of course, this is La Palma, and our Cumbre Vieja is located somewhere right around in here. And we do see this down here at Tazacorte, 1.1, and it is 2 kilometers down. That happened at 23:04. And too bad Yvonne went to bed. I could have bugged her and said, hey, we've got a massive earthquake right underneath your hotel. Oh, Yvonne is still here. Yvonne, you had a massive earthquake in Tazacorte. What are you going to do? Your hotel is going to be gone. Oh, let's hope Valentine has, has God, some more kids over there. I'm just wondering if somebody's got some lava workers down there. But yeah, your vacation is canceled, Yvonne. Big earthquake in Tazacorte. That's it. I'm kidding. You're going to enjoy your time there. That'll be wonderful. And why are you up, by the way, Yvonne? I thought you said you were going to go to bed. Yes, volcanoes for me. Yeah. And you're not allowed to go to Cumbre Vieja while you're on vacation. Remember that. I don't want to see any photos of Cumbre Vieja except for close up and in the lava tubes. I didn't say that out loud, did I? Oops. Anyway, there you go. One quake, Tazacorte, right underneath the hotel, and you'll be all right. Not a worry. A little bit of fun, you guys. A little bit of fun. Yeah, that is kind of what we're seeing for volcanoes there. Our volcano map, I should refresh that just so we have it. I didn't refresh it since this morning. I want to make sure we are up to date. And there we go. I did change this over to a satellite view. They have other ones. Terrain view is what we had it on before. But I think this is a little bit more defined. You can see things a little easier. And looking at what we've got, of course, Astia and Sao George, and we've got Michael Volcano over here in the Atlantic, and not doing a heck of a lot. Standard stuff around the Ring of Fire, and I'm not going to worry about too much of that. What is it? Chikorachki is a yellow, and then Ibiko and Karimsky and Beziniani are all orange now, and Shivalash, of course, still being a red guy. So Shivalash was the one that was popping today or yesterday, depending on what timeline you're looking at. So that is kind of neat. And of course, Heard Island volcano looks a little better in this mode. And we do see Erebus down here in our wonderful Antarctica, the cold volcano, with those wonderful ice crystals. And that is awesome. You know, and just for ice crystals, I'd love to see that, but I don't think I want to be in that kind of cold weather. Anyway, let's have a look here and see what's going on. Otherwise, Mayat is still the same. Old Noino still there, and our DR Congo is still doing its thing. Urta Ale still a red. And here's Etna, an orange. Etna is no longer red, Etna is orange. So Etna is going to go to sleep, and that is wonderful. Good news, Etna's taking a break while Yvonne is on holidays. And all the lava workers are going to be in the rooms next door to Yvonne over in Tazacorte, and they're going to be partying all night. Volcano and the Stromboli. Stromboli's still a red, but the other guys are calmer now, so that is pretty good. Yeah. I hope you know those lava workers by name, Yvonne, because they're going to be partying all night. Anyway, that is good for that. Let's pop over and have a look at our wonderful weather, and see if we can get those on the screen right away here. And there we go, almost. Where is it? Click. Okay, there we go. All right, looking at North America. First off, not too bad looking. Little less activity up here. Now, I don't know if how much it's cooled off, but it looks like they've got a little better circulation up there. Hopefully keeping things cooler. We do see we are getting some warmer air pumping in from the west coast into this area. So that's kind of changing the flow patterns from the stream that we had coming up before from the southern portions of the U.S. And that's up here in Canada, of course. United States looking not bad, just relatively general, the way it always looks. We see everything blowing to the west from our wonderful Popocatépetl and Mexico City, of course, as well as everything in Central America, including South America, up to a degree. So Colombia and Ecuador and portions of Peru are kind of into the Pacific, and then below that, so this guy here would be Sabancaya, and that is kind of off-gassing and getting blown out across the continent. Same thing with the rest of the plumes here, and eventually ending up in the Atlantic Ocean. And that includes from a little further up here where we have Rio de Janeiro and those wonderful places. Looking here, New Zealand, we do see this. That is a White Isle volcano. It's still off-gassing, even though it's been downgraded. And this is Tofua, right beside Hunga Tonga, Hunga Ha'apai, and Tonga. And that is what we see there. Yasur, and Yasur is still going. Longest running volcano on the planet. It's been erupting for 870 plus years straight, and not really taking any kind of a break, and doing all right. And then of course he's got some friends up top there that are dirty, and those are doing their thing. Looking at very clean air in Tasmania. Leo, have you got your barbecue on? Anyway, Melbourne throwing off some stuff there, as well as in the region, possibly refineries in those areas. And there we have Sydney, and of course over here in this area, I understand we've got the coal mines and so on. I didn't really look in this area. I'll have to see if they've got extra coal mines over here as well, so would be pretty cool. Stromboli, 2,000 to 3,000 years. Oh, okay. I thought Yasur is the longest running continuous one, but if you've got Stromboli, that'd be interesting. So maybe then they're telling me lies about Yasur. Yasur, that's not right. All right, let's carry on. Luolatok is making this wonderful cloud. Semeru over here, and Merapi causing some of that. And Krakatoa, of course, what we've seen earlier, that is pretty good there. Hey, Jeff Young, welcome. And let's see. Mars says, I'm back from the rocket launch. Did the rocket launch okay? Hope it did. And that's all good. Did they land the booster? Is the important part. Is the booster landed? That's what I want to know. Yeah, those lava workers are not right. Okay, fine. Anyway, Bulusan, right about here, doing a little bit there. And I don't know how much we are actually getting off-gassing from Taal volcano. It's been pretty quiet that way. Looking at the rest here, that is mostly industrial pollution. Right here would be from Suwanoshi Jima, as well as Sakura Jima from Japan. But as you see, it's overrun with all that extra stuff from China in there. And we move back up, and we see the plumes coming off of here. And you know what? They say that it was Shivalash that was going, but that looks like Karimsky's location. So I'm kind of wondering what the heck is going on. So maybe Karimsky needs to be upgraded. We do also see down here that is quite a plume of darker material. Makes you wonder what's happening there on the Kamchatka Peninsula. And sliding back in, India not looking as bad as it has been in the past little while. Saudi Arabia, we actually have some areas that aren't bad at all, but they are still showing a lot of pollution, and it is very hard to see where our wonderful hang on, what the heck is it called? Um, Mental block. Yeah, I'll get to it. This DR Congo one, of course, this is, let's see, it's doing its thing as well. I'm trying to think of the other one. That's why I'm kind of getting stumbling here. Ethiopian volcano. Darn it! No, no, not that one, Sue. The one that's up here in Urta Ale. If you remember Urta Ale, let me know. Okay. Anyway, we do see what we've got here in South Africa, and it's going way into the bottom, I guess, the Arctic Ocean, never mind the Indian Ocean, and doing its thing. And nowhere near as bad of material coming out of Etna, and Stromboli still doing her thing there. Looking real quick, just to make sure and look for Yvonne here. We don't see any SO2 out there, and she should have clear skies for her holidays. Looking at that, wow, at least no SO2 in the sky. Spain, not bad. A little bit in Portugal, and going into France, not overly bad. Same thing with Germany. A little bit more to the east here and some of the other countries, but looking pretty clean. In Ireland is really clean, and of course we've got England, Scotland, Wales. Those areas are very good there. And then also looking at Norway, Sweden, and Finland. We do have that big circulation here, but pretty good. Void west of SO2 for 5 minutes. I'm putting the barbecue out. Hang on. Where's that plume? Hang on. We'll find it. Hang on. Let's get the actual wherever he is. He's got to be there somewhere. All right, he's got to be on the flag there somewhere. I don't see any SO2 yet. Hang on. 47. Hold it. There's something wrong here. I'm sure there's something wrong here. Hang on. There's I see what's going on. Oh my God, look at these numbers climb. 1,000.47, and oh, there it is. Oh my God, it's happening. It's happening. We got SO2 all over the place here. Irish monk, stop what you're doing. It's Irish monk's barbecue. Oh boy, now we're in trouble. Anyway, that is a little bit of fun, you guys. It's all good. Yeah, it was his barbecue. We're all good now. He put it out. It'll go away. Looking at Iceland, not bad in Iceland either. A little bit more than we normally see there, but not too bad. So that is it for SO2 around the world, and we are all good. I'm glad you got that put out real quick there, Irish. That was awesome. Anyway, I'm going to refresh this one here, and we will see what we can find. And there is our worldwide view of currents and temperatures. And as we can see up here in the northern portions of Canada, it's nowhere near as hot as it was. So that's all right. So zooming in just a little bit, we do still see some heat in the eastern part going. That's part of Nunavut, and still a little bit, but it's not anywhere near that 32, 33 degrees that we were seeing before, hence that off-gassing that we previously seen. And looking, even Alaska has cooled down a bit. We are getting a normal heat here in Alberta for summertime, as well as most of the other prairie provinces. Northern Ontario, not bad. Getting a little cooler as we get down here in southern Ontario and around the Great Lakes, lake effect, keeping it a little cooler. And looking out towards St. Lawrence Seaway, Quebec, in that area, not quite as bad. Same thing sliding into Maine and down through New York and heading down the coast here, warming up as you get down into Florida. But relatively very nice temperatures for today for the eastern portions, and looking at what we have here in the western portions, some real hot spots. And wow, Kansas and I guess portions of Denver. I'm not even sure what state that is. This would be Wyoming. What state is that? Is that Iowa? I think, maybe. Anyway, looks pretty hot there, and I wouldn't want to be there. Texas, yeah, a cooker, and San Antonio sitting at 30, Houston sitting at 29 or 28 according to this, 30 in Dallas. But I mean, the areas around it are very, very hot no matter what. And then of course Arizona is the place where the heat is. 43 degrees in some places. I'm sure it's 44 in some others. Phoenix, I'm just curious, somebody want to bring up Phoenix weather real quick. And oh, Death Valley, that'll work too, thanks Sue. Death Valley, yeah, 47 degrees Celsius, 116 degrees Fahrenheit. That is hot. And yeah, Yvonne, be thankful you're not going there for your holidays. Lots of heat in California as well, which is pretty awesome, 39. I'm sure there's the occasional 40 degree temperature there somewhere. That'll be okay. And I just got to do something else here. And swing a different camera around and see. All right, there we go. All right, I fixed the other thing up there that I needed to. Tazacorte. Oh, Burr, you better bring a winter coat, Yvonne. 19C, and that is not very warm. Anyway, South America, Central America, looking a little cooler. Still, if you're going to Cancun, Mexico, yeah, 28, 29 degrees. Caribbean, still plenty of warmth. And we do see the Amazon is holding its 25, 26 for the most part. Some places a little warmer, and other places a little cooler. So pretty much average though. And again, Buenos Aires being kind of the cutoff point, winter below that, sliding over to what we see here in New Zealand. By the way, there's Darby, that storm that was sitting over here before. But we do have a circulation off the coast of Mexico again, and Central America, so that could be happening. Another one there. Darby, hopefully it's not going to head over to get Hawaii, because that's what that is right there, and that could cause some problems. Anyway, looking real quick at Burr, the southern island, very, very cold temperatures, and they are definitely experiencing a winter. Northern island of New Zealand is also fairly cool. Not that great a heat there, and that's kind of the way it is. A lot warmer though in Tasmania than it is in southern New Zealand, and that's probably nice. looks like about 11 degrees or so there in Melbourne. Not bad. Adelaide, looking at this. What? That's what Dr. Fox wants for my vacation? No, he doesn't. What do I want? I have no volcanoes, but a lot of ocean. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, Adelaide, there we go. They're doing their thing. Actually, it doesn't look too bad there for the most part. 12 in Sydney, getting up to Brisbane, and I like the temperatures here. Look pretty darn nice. And that is 16C for wintertime temperatures. That's pretty good. Perth also holding in at 16, and we do see the warming up a little bit. It's a little bit more pleasant. None of that green stuff all over the place. Getting back up into the Indonesian, Polynesian areas and so on, Malaysian and Philippine areas, quite warm, all of them. Bangkok, yep, and there it is, 28 degrees Celsius and 84% relative humidity. That's pretty much normal. So nothing unusual there. Sliding up the coast a little bit, we see a lot of heat in China, even Korea here, South Korea has got a little bit of warmth as well. Same thing with Japan. Looks like we got another storm cooking here just off the coast of Russia, in between our whole thing. So North Korea there, and then Russia there, and of course Japan here. Still quite warm on the Kamchatka Peninsula, and that is okay. And of course quite a bit of heat still happening here in Russia as Siberia is melting. And then we will slide over a bit. There we see our India pretty much normal. Looking at Madagascar, a little cooler than usual, but still not unbearable. It is winter time for them, of course, and we see our temp cut off roughly about here, and that's where it starts to warm up and get back into normal African temperatures. And of course these are nighttime temperatures we're looking at in Africa right now. 36, 37 degrees Celsius in the Sahara Desert, sliding over here into Saudi Arabia and UAE and Yemen and those areas. We are seeing 32, 35, depending on where you are. Still quite warm in all of that area. Same thing with Iraq, Iran, in the lower elevations of Iran, it's quite hot. The higher elevations, of course, cooled off quite a bit. Looking at what we are seeing there, not bad. In Spain, a little bit of heat for at night. And of course, I'm sure Yvonne is wanting to know. So 18, 19, 21. Depending on where you are for nighttime temperatures, that is not bad at all, Yvonne, and I'm sure you will like it. The only thing I don't like is this low sitting here, and that could be a real deal breaker for your vacation. Never mind, we'll see what it's got in it in a minute. And this is of course Spain, not bad. France holding some pretty decent temperatures. Northern portions of Italy very hot, but we get back down to the bottom here. Not bad for nighttime stuff for around the Mediterranean. It is absolutely wonderful. And looking at Piggy, she was saying she's still got the north wind. And thank goodness she's got the north wind, because if she had the southerly winds blowing that hot air from the Sahara up, it would be hotter than that. So nighttime temperatures of 26 degrees at Piggy's house. That is a little bit too warm to try to sleep in. Greece not looking too bad. France was not bad. Looking at Germany, southern Germany, a little bit warmer, just before the Alps, but northern portions relatively okay. A little cool for nighttime temperatures, but not bad. Same thing with Holland and Belgium, holding pretty good temps, but again, nighttime temps, you guys. And Irish Monk has got a warm weather, 14, 15 degrees. Those goats must be enjoying themselves, Irish Monk. And question, are the sheep getting too hot, or are they okay? 15 to 100, showing Dr. Fox the love. Yep, if you haven't hit that like button yet, by all means, please help us out. And of course, looking at Scotland, not bad. Same thing as Wales and the rest of England, not overly hot or cold, and that is all right. Looking at Denmark, we're all right there. Southern portions of Sweden, and looking at pretty much normal. Oslo as kind of just on the fringes of hot and cold, and then we see the stuff in Norway, and they're probably getting hit with some colder air there as well. And again, really far end or top end of Norway is a lot warmer, and that's really weird and odd that they would get the warmer temperatures up there. Same thing with Finland, seeing that warm stuff. So that's what we've got. Zipping over here to this place, and that is Iceland, of course. And of course, we take a look at some of the temperatures, not as warm as it's been in the last little while. Looking at 6, 7 degrees, 8 degrees, depending on where you are. We do see some colder spots, but for the most part, I'd say probably an average or mean temperature of around 7 degrees Celsius for the entire country. That is pretty good for that. And let's have a quick look at precipitation around the world. And we will take a look first at North America. Way up north here, past beyond all that heat, we are getting ice rain and snow up in the Arctic Ocean. So that is what we've got up there. We do see some storms going up along with that warm weather that is going there. So that is just going along Hudson's Bay here in Manitoba. And then, of course, we see stormy stuff going along about 2/3 of the way up Vancouver Island and curling around, giving the bottom end of Alaska and the Queen Charlotte Islands some more rain. And for those people who don't know, the Queen Charlotte Islands is one of Canada's biggest rainforests that we have, and it is indeed a rainforest. Actually, they get more rain than they do in the Amazon. So that is pretty awesome. Looking at most of the U.S., not as bad as what we've had in the past. A bunch of little isolated storms we see here around Vegas and up in the northern portions of Arizona, and then into New Mexico and Colorado, Wyoming, and all the way into Montana. So we're seeing some of that stuff there, but those are isolated cells, not big mean ones, so they'll pass fairly quickly. We do see the stuff here in Texas, and that could be a little bit more harmful, but at least it's not covering the entire state again. And we do see our coastal stuff going all the way along over right over to the panhandle on Florida. And of course Florida's got some nasty storms going in there. They've got circulation going around in here, so that is kind of interesting. Looking at what we've got along the coast, and that is going all the way up. That's pretty nasty for all of it. So going through Georgia, South Carolina, into North Carolina, and then not too bad beyond that. So most of the weather in the U.S. Down in the bottom Gulf states, if you will. Looking at Mexico, there's our problem with the wonderful stuff that we were trying to look at things and seeing storms coming in and the clouds. There's that other low I was kind of talking about, where Darby is out here, and this is the next one, and that is building up over here. So that'll be interesting to see it develop. Looking at northern portions of South America, again, rainforest stuff right there happening, storms and so on. And then we move down the coast and get down to Chile, where it's chilly and really chilly down there. So that's what we're seeing. Santiago, Chile, getting stormed out right now. And we have this mess on the other side of South America. So that is kind of what we're seeing there. Zooming back in and having a look here, we again see a strange kind of a weather pattern with a shear front and a low, and I don't know, this is just phenomenal weather. And yep, snowflakes. That doesn't surprise me. I was seeing snow in New Zealand on the southern island is not unusual. There's that other little low that's sitting just off of New Zealand, and that is causing some turbulence as well in there. And looking at what we've got here, not too bad in Tasmania. And it looks like it's Leo is being spared. He's not getting nailed with rain. They might have a little fog there, but not bad. Looking up the coast, no rain going all the way up. That is not bad. We do see this circulation here, though, and I bet you that's going to trek down this way in the future. We'll see. Going back up into our Malaysian, Indonesian, and Philippine areas, we do see the normal stormy stuff they always have. Same thing with what's going on here in India, and here's that storm that is developing in between Japan and of course this is actually Russia, and then and just below that there is that's North Korea, and then South Korea doesn't look like it's affected too much yet, but I'm sure they're going to get some too. Kamchatka Peninsula looks a lot clearer, and then we've got variable storms throughout the areas. Not going to worry about those so much. Same thing with the equatorial region going through Africa and all the way across. There's my equatorial storm. Looking at what's going to happen here, and we don't see anything in the immediate future for Greece or Turkey or any of those areas. Same thing goes for Italy and Sicily. Spain has got a little bit of water up in the top right hand side there, not bad, and just a tiny bit in Portugal, so not bad. And this, as I said, this was the low. That's the low that I would be concerned about. If that, depending on how, well, if this high moves out here, that could pull that low down a bit, and that could head into into the area. I hope it doesn't get into the Canary Islands. Looking at what we've got in Germany, though, not too bad, and most of that storm is through Poland, going off in that direction. Looking at Ireland, and they've got a high pressure zone right there, keeping things clear, and then nothing until you get up into Scotland, and sliding up a little bit more, and here we see that great big mess. Even though it's warmer up here, it's still a lot more stormy, and that's what's happening. Norway, Sweden, and Finland all getting some of that. Iceland, on the other hand, not too bad looking. We don't see a lot of anything. There's fog in a few places, rain in a few spots, but in general it is holding its own. We do see these circulations here. This, of course, going around, adding snow to Greenland. And I think that's about it. Let's have a quick peek for temperatures for down in the southern portions here. And Antarctica, I see 72, 73, 74. And let's see if we can find something a little colder. 72, 73, 74 again. So I don't know. What did you find, Sue? If of 74? Yeah, I did find that somewhere. I had it. I popped over top of it a couple of times. But that would be about right. Minus 74 degrees Celsius. There we go. We had it. There it is. Minus 74 degrees Celsius. Yep. So, again, make sure that you dress your penguins warm if you're sending them out to play. I said minus 72, but Sue said it was higher. No, it was lower. It's lower in temperature, not higher. If it was higher, it would be less. It's gotta remember that negative sign in front there, Kananaskis country. I'm kidding. It's okay. You got it right. I know what you meant though. It's a higher number. It's cold, too cold, and that we don't like that. Yeah, I know. I'm teasing you. I just figured you open yourself right up there on that one. It's okay. We're allowed to do that every once in a while. You know, it's all. Oh, hey, I found a minus 75. I win. There we go. Minus 75 degrees Celsius. Again, make sure you dress your penguins. Is that higher or is that lower? I got a higher number, so I'm lower. Yeah, really doesn't sound right, does it? Anyway, you guys, that is all wonderful. Yeah, thanks, DJ. Yeah, the real winner. Yeah. Okay, time for me to go. Another working day, and then I'm off for vacation. For those I don't see anymore, keep safe and have a great time. Thank you for another great stream, Dr. Fox and mods. All right, Yvonne, you take care of yourself, and by all means, really do have a vacation. Don't worry about checking into the stream unless you hear about an eruption somewhere. Then do check in. But otherwise, enjoy your vacation, and you and your hubby there can be happy out on La Palma and enjoy the wonderful times. Bo, welcome, and coming in right at the end here. So anyway, be good and take care, everyone, and it's time for me to wrap things up. So we'll throw it back onto some lava here somewhere. Let me find some lava. I had some lava here at one point in time, and I want to find, yeah, there we go, right about there. That'll work for us, and we'll put the fire back on and straighten the screen out there, and that is good. So for all of those good people who are here today, again, before you leave, please make sure that you hit that like button. If you haven't done so already, that would really be nice. And I do want to say a big thank you to Boomer HIO for that wonderful $10 super chat. Also, big thank you to the two €5 super chats from Irish Monk. That is awesome, and thank you for your kind support. Also, big thank you to each and every one of the members in here, those people that have memberships. I do appreciate all of you guys. That support is just awesome, and really do appreciate you helping out. Also, and I also want to add to this, I know there are people that can't afford membership and they can't afford the super chat, and I understand that. So for those being here, you're part of our wonderful lava family, and I just, don't be afraid to speak up and be part of our good, wonderful group, our good family here, because it doesn't matter if you're contributing that way. Just being here is a contribution in itself. So enjoy the show, and please don't be feeling that you're out or not in the right place or something like that. And again, not everybody can. So, and we get that. All of us get it, right? And all of us probably been there as well. So that's something that we do understand. So please, we are all kind of equal in here as far as being part of that wonderful family. And I just want everybody just to know that and keep that in mind, okay? Anyway, on that friendly note, it is time to wrap things up. And everyone, please take care of yourselves. And most of all, make sure that you tell your loved ones that you love them tonight, for tomorrow is never promised. I'm your host, DrFox2000. Oh, I forgot to say thanks to the mods. Thank you, Arizona Snowman, Piggy, C&D Boy, Lucas Snow, Joseph Fields Official, and any of the other mods that are in the background. Thank you, moderators. So please take care, everyone. And like I said, make sure you tell your loved ones that you love them tonight, for tomorrow is never promised. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. We will see everyone tomorrow. Take care, all, and oink oink. Hurry down, the ice cream boat is there. You see it. Actually, both of them are there. You can get ice cream. Hurry. you.